Hey guys, this is Rick. I hope you're having a great day. Welcome to my little video, and this is just a little video log where I'm heading on out to see if I can capture on video the sunset. And I basically it's been a beautiful day today, really hot and sunny. It's been the hottest day of the year, and I spent a lot of it in the back garden, just kind of just sitting in the sunshine, which was rather nice. I actually had to come in because it got a bit too hot, and I was starting to burn a little, so I thought I don't want to overdo it. But us Brits, it's because it's so rare for us British to see the sun for any length of time, we do tend to we tend to get a little bit giddy when the sun comes out, and we do all sorts of things, all sorts of strange things, which is quite fun. I've got a policeman tailing me right now, so I'm driving nervously. I'm wondering if he's going to stop me or anything. Hopefully not. It is 40 down here, isn't it? Yeah. You probably saw me talking to myself. So I'm heading off right now to a place called where am I heading off to? I can't concentrate with this cop sat right on my backside. It's a traffic cop rig as well, so hopefully he's not going to pull me over. I'm sure he'll be fine. No, he's gone off now. That's alright. You might have seen this head-up display thing in my windscreen and wondered what it was, because it's very visible from the outside. Because if you look at the windscreen, you've got a reflection of the clouds going on in this little patch where this head-up display thing is. So you might have seen that and thought, or you might have had nothing whatsoever to do with me. He just happened to be going the same way as me. Your brain starts to do overtime, doesn't it, when you've got a policeman following you? Still, never mind. Right, he's gone now. So, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted? Yeah, I'm heading off towards a little place called Barbary Castle, and it's an ancient hill fort from the Bronze Age, I think. But there's a little place that I know where you can go and film, and I've had some fairly decent sunsets from there in the past. So now we've got the new 4K camera. I'm going to be seeing if I can get a really decent sunset. Now, I'm probably not going to be filming it in 4K. One of the things I've realised with 4K is the file sizes are gargantuan. They're not just big, bigger than HD. They are 4 times bigger than HD, which makes them, at the moment, with the kind of levels of technology I've got at the moment, they're making the files are very difficult to work with, and obviously the end result is amazing. But I think what I'm going to be doing is holding off perhaps for at least another 6 months, or until such a time as I get a slightly faster computer, because at the moment the technology I've got is just not, it's just struggling to deal with 4K. Yeah, I suppose if you think about it, it's a little bit like when we switched over from standard definition to high definition. There was this kind of gradual phase from old-fashioned SD to HD, and it kind of phased in over the course of a couple of years, didn't it? And I think HD is going to be the same. We need to kind of wait for the editing technology to kind of catch up. I mean, my editing software is good enough to work with the 4K, but my computer's just not really fast enough to handle it without huge rendering times. So it's been an interesting time in Rickworld at the moment. Thanks for all your comments on the previous couple of videos I've put up. I do read everybody's comments, although I don't always reply to all of them. Obviously, a lot of comments there, and I'm really slow at writing comments. I can spend 5, 10, even 15 minutes just thinking of a reply to a single comment. So I'm not particularly good at replying, but I do read all the ones that are left there. And the way you can tell whether I've read it is if it's got a little thumbs up on it. The chances are that's me that's put the thumbs up. I will thumb up any comment that I read, and I never thumb down a comment, so rest assured, you know. It's been an interesting time over the last couple of days. I've been pondering the idea of getting a caravan, and I'm on hold with the idea at the moment, but I'm really kind of quite serious about it. One of the things that sort of stopped me going away last year was this van is just that little bit too small to camp in comfortably. And the bed is, I'm like 6'1", and the bed is about sort of 6 foot. It's kind of more like 5 foot, 5'11", 5'10", something like that. So I never ever get a good night's sleep when I go camping. I'm always tired all the time, and it sort of puts me off going. And so I could get involved with the whole, you know, creating a new layout in the back and kind of doing another build. Look at these beautiful blossoms on these trees. But I kind of haven't got that in me at the moment. So I figured, plus also when you do go camping in the van, if you go to a campsite, I mean, it's great, you know, you sort of park up and you put the van up on the little cheese blocks and make it all level, and then you can kind of get everything out, put it on the side, and kind of live nice and comfortably. But if I need to say I forget something, I need to nip out to the town locally to get some supplies or something, I've got to pack up the whole van just to kind of, you know, go wherever I am, because I'm basically sleeping in my only vehicle. So I figured if I've got a caravan, I've got a place to live, but I've also still got, is this guy going to wait for me? Yes, he is. I've also got a vehicle, so it's like you've got a mothership and a space and a shuttle, if you want to look at it in those terms. But anyway, I've been looking at some, and they are a little bit expensive, but I'm kind of warming up to the idea very quickly. So it's a case of watch this space whether or not I go through with one. What I need to do is kind of step back from the idea and let the novelty factor wear off, and then see if I'm still keen afterwards. If you wonder where we're going, by the way, we're heading up to this is the back route to this Barbary Castle, this ancient hill fort, and I'm a little bit too early actually. The sun's still pretty high in the sky, so I'll have a look and see if there's anything else I can film. Yeah, we're just coming up on Rawton Aerodrome. I think you'll see some big aircraft hangars over here on the right, and I don't think it's used as an airfield anymore. I think it's part of the Science Museum now. They keep all sorts of exhibits on the other side of the airfield. I think here they're just business units now. I think there's a go-karting place here as well, and a big indoor go-karting place. There you go, indoor karting. That looks fun. I did some indoor karting once. It was really good, except we were doing heats, and every time I put a crash helmet on, it was covered in somebody's sweat. It was disgusting, because you had to share the crash helmet. It kind of put me off. Oh look, they've turned it into a solar farm. Good grief. Thousands and thousands of solar panels. I'll see if I can capture those when I'm up on the hill. Right in front of us you can see the ancient hill fort. You can hopefully see the top of the hill. There's some sort of shapes going on there. I think the sunset is about is it 8:40 odd, and we're only on 6:40 at the moment, so I've got 2 hours to kill. So I might have to go elsewhere for a little while and kill some time. We'll see what I can film up here. But yeah, it's been about 25 degrees today, so it's been pretty warm. Obviously I've got my shorts and t-shirt on. I bought a jumper for later, because obviously this time of year it still gets pretty cold as soon as the sun goes in. There, hopefully you can see the shape of the hill a little bit better now, hopefully from where you are. All the dips and everything, that's Barbary Castle. And like I say, it was a hill fort thousands of years ago, so we're told. Danger, horses using roadway. Okay, there's the hill fort, the back entrance to it. Looks like somebody's beat me up here, or beat me to it up here. Probably a dog walker. This is the Ridgeway, the ancient path, and this is where I'm going to set my camera up. Looks quite windy up here actually. Right, let's go for a little walkabout. Let's see what we can find. I'll take you with me. I'll unplug you from the thingy. Hopefully, yeah, I've got full battery, so we should be all right. Let's go and have a look around. See if I can get a good sunset from here. There's not a lot happening. Not sure if I want to. Need to set up the shot to get it. Ideally, I need some trees or something in the foreground. But anyway, we've got plenty of time for that. Let's go up and have a quick look at this hill fort, shall we? Here we go, it's a quiet spot. Let's have a sit down. Nice soft grass. Oh. Get my breath back. 4 hours left on the card, that's good. Is my hair all weird? Okay, so we're now sat within the hill fort. We're inside the outer perimeter, and I don't know what took place here or what went on. I kind of, in my little mind, I'm kind of imagining, kind of people maybe living or trading or just kind of going about their daily lives. Might be soldiers living here, might be civilians, might be a mixture of both, I don't know. But it's actually very quiet, right in this spot here. Can hardly hear any other sounds apart from the whisper of the breeze. It's lovely. But it's almost, it's what I love about these places. It's almost, people from thousands and thousands of years ago were here and did stuff. I mean, they lived here. They worked here, they played here. It kind of makes you wonder, what sort of lives did they have? What were they like? What were they like as a people? If you or I met one of them today, do you think we'd, be able to go down the pub and have a laugh with them? Or would they be, what? I don't know, but it kind of, I suppose you could figure it out. I suppose they wouldn't have been that well educated, they wouldn't have known too much about the world apart from their little world that kind of existed here and about as far as they could see. But I don't know when it was. When was it? when they decided the world wasn't round. Sorry, the world wasn't flat. I'm rubbish at history, I really am. But yeah, I mean, you know, their whole world would have been perhaps just this field. I don't know. It makes you think, though, doesn't it? Just kind of being here where this was all built by people, probably slaves or perhaps soldiers, I don't know, but it was all built by people before Christ walked the earth. So we're looking at, I can't remember what the date was, it was like 1700 BC, as early as, so 1700 before Christ. That's an awful long time ago. But yeah, you almost, if you just sit in this quiet and listen, you can almost hear the bustle of daily life going on with all these Iron Age people doing whatever it is they do. Could have been families living here, probably. They'd have had some sort of system of trade, maybe. You can always hear them. Use your imagination. You can almost hear them and see all the little huts that would be everywhere. All the buildings, probably made out of wood. There'd probably be a lot more trees around as well, so that everything would have been made out of wood. I'm guessing. Provided would they have even had the tools then to cut down trees? Looking at Iron Age, yeah, iron tools. Kind of bit of a clue in the name there. See, we did Iron Age and Bronze Age history at school, but that's so long ago I don't remember a lot of it. But it's kind of cool, just knowing stuff happened here, you know. Makes you go all sort of, don't know. It's almost like a vibe you can tap into. Right, anyway, I'm going to head back to the van. I think we come out way too early, so I'm going to go off and see if there's any plants or something I can film. My life's that sad. I've got to film plants. Now, what I'm hoping to find is just some blossoms, some flowers or something I can zoom in on and take advantage of this blue sky, because some lovely flowers and things with a blue sky behind them, I'm sure that'll look quite nice. So anyway, let's head back to the van. I'll stop nattering for a minute and I'll see you when I get down there. Can you hear that? All the skylarks or whatever they are warbling away there. That's all I can hear. It's lovely. Forget how peaceful this place is. So there we go, that was Barbury Castle, if ever you want to go there and look it up. What else is around here? Well, these are those earthworks, those burial mounds. So ancient, this is where they said about 1700 BC, and it was possibly an aristocrat. I don't know if you can see that, there's a mound of earth there and a mound of earth there. And obviously times moved on and they're not as pristine as they used to be, but I'm sure 4,000 years ago there would have been things here to mark them, and all sorts of things going on here that made them look a bit grander than just little mounds of earth. It's 1906. I've got a lot of time to kill before sunset, and to be honest, now I come here to sort of thinking the sunset. I mean, the sun's going to go down over there. There's not a lot happening there. It just doesn't look very interesting. I'm going to have a little drive around. and see if I can find something that's a little bit more interesting. Right, comfy there? Right, put your seatbelt on. Let's take a look down here. I think this is a right of way. If I get a farmer chase after me, I'll know it's not. But I'm pretty sure I'm on a road. Yeah, the road I think the road seems to go off on up through those trees. So I think we're alright. Looks like some sort of horse racing area. They've got these look like some sort of gallops with the white barrier running along. This must be an area that's got horses then. Yeah, this road's getting rougher. I'm assuming this is a road. There's a signpost there pointing that way. Horsebox entrance. Yeah, this must lead to a road. We're on one of the little mystery tours again, aren't we? Oh, I'm going to go and recirculate the air, otherwise I'm going to get a face full of dust. Possibly. Actually, I'm sure these things have got filters on them, or at least some sort of pre-filter anyway. Whoa, big pothole. Yeah, it's all racehorse area here. Look, oh wow, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little Stonehenge thing going on over there in the middle of a field. Not sure if you can see that. In fact, you're not going to see that. All you're going to see is the tiniest little speck in the middle of your screen. I'll see if I can zoom in on it in editing, but it'll probably be not that visible. Yeah, it looks like a wooden Stonehenge thing. Well, it's very pretty here. I still have no idea where we are. But if that whopping great big truck came up here, I'm assuming there must be a road at some point. Oh my goodness, it's turning into a track. I'm not sure we're supposed to be on this road. There's a road. There's a road there. Let's have a look. Let's just let's just keep going, and hope we're not annoying anybody. Oh, good grief! No, this isn't working. There's a massive, great big bog that I'd have to drive through up there. Right then, so looks like we're gonna have to turn around.
Yep. Come on. Yep.
See a kestrel hovering up, looking for its dinner right in front of us there. You're going to see a tiny, tiny black speck. He's flying off now as well. I was, last time I was in Cornwall, I pulled over on a roadside, small road, sort of probably a B road. Found this kind of lay-by bit, and I pulled over there. It was in my white Renault Master at the time, and pulled over there, opened the side door a little bit, and put the kettle on, make a cup of tea. And I was sat there drinking this cup of tea, and this enormous buzzard came and sat on a fence post literally about 10 feet from where I was sat, and I didn't realise how big buzzards are. It was bigger than a cat. I mean, you think of a big cat, not a big cat like a tiger, but I mean like a house cat, but like really big. It was probably 1.5 getting on towards 2 times the height of of a cat. It was just huge and beautiful as well. But as soon as I moved, I mean, I was frozen. I wanted to get my camera, but as soon as I moved, it went, oh, what's going on? And it flew off. So I scared it off. I kicked myself afterwards. Sometimes it's nice not to take a photograph. Sometimes it's nice just to kind of only have the photograph, in your head, or have that moment for yourself rather than kind of having to share it out or take a snap of it. It's sort of one of the reasons I gave up taking pictures years ago. I used to be well into photography, and I used to go through reels and reels and reels of film. I'd go out virtually every weekend with my camera and just snap shots of everything, and I used to love it. But sometimes you just see a picture, or you've got an experience happening in front of you, and you're so focused on getting a picture, capturing it on film, that you forget to actually experience it yourself. And I think sometimes, especially nowadays, everybody's got a really decent camera in their pockets. Most people have with a smartphone, and as soon as anything happens, people are there with their cameras and everything. But if it's like a kind of really cool thing or a really special thing, they caught it on camera, but it's not really registering as a human experience. So I think we should have a camera down day or something. Put your camera down day to make awareness of enjoying the moment rather than just trying to capture it on film, because anything you do capture on film, especially if you're taking pictures, I learned this with like mountains and things. Oh, hello, somebody's coming. I hope they're going to stop for me, because yeah, they are. Good. I don't know where to pull over. Oh no, they're not, they're still going. Okay, I'll have to pull up onto the grass then. Yeah, when you take pictures of like things like mountains and that, when you see them with your eyes, you've got the whole 3D thing. You got it in glorious human vision, and it's just amazing, and it blows you away. And then you take a photograph of it with your camera, and you think, oh, I've got to photograph this. And then you look at the pictures, and they're just flat hills. I mean, they might look a little bit nice, but they don't give you that same experience as what you see with your own eyes. And I think it's easy to get obsessed with photographing an event rather than experiencing it. And it takes something away of the human experience, I think. Okay, I've reached Hackpen Hill. This is a kind of like a white horse. Well, there's a white horse on it. I don't think it's an ancient white horse. I'll try to get a picture of it if I can. But yeah, I'm going to be filming that sunset. Now it's actually starting to get a little bit chilly, so I'm going to put my top on. The sun's sort of going behind a haze of cloud. I'm hoping it's going to still turn into a decent sunset. Let me turn you around and you can see. That's basically what I'm looking at, and it looks pretty good. I'm still thinking it's going to be quite a decent sunset, so I'm going to get the camera out and to get it all set up, and then I think I just need to wait for a cup of tea, or going to have a cup of tea, and then wait for the time to start recording. So there we go. I've just got to sit here for the next 30 or 40 minutes, and hopefully, touch wood, nature is going to put on a show for us. At the moment, I'm not entirely convinced we're going to get the sunset I was hoping for, but every sunset's different. Every sunset is unique. So we'll get something anyway. Right then, we're ready to go. So let's head on home. I've got everything, haven't I? Yeah, got the big camera. Yeah, sorted. Right, do we go Marlborough way or do we go Hackpet way? Difficult to know what to do. Let's go Marlborough way because it's more interesting. Oh, I have no idea how long this video is going to be. It's probably going to be quite a long one. I try to cut out all the boring bits and the waffly bits. Now we're currently driving through a prime bit of territory for crop circles, and there have been quite a few in this area over the last, well, quite a few years. In fact, Alton Barnes is just down the road. Now that Alton Barnes, I don't know if you know, back in the, I don't know, the 80s or 90s, Led Zeppelin brought an album out, and I can't remember what the name of the album was, but there was a picture of this huge red crop circle on the front. Well, that crop circle was at Alton Barnes, which is just down the road from Marlborough, which we're just approaching now. Well, say now, we're still a little way away. But yeah, I once saw a crop circle over there as I drove by, which was quite interesting. That was quite a few years ago now. But I don't know, I seem to have noticed the occurrences of crop circles, or at least the reporting of them, seems to have dropped off in recent years, and I haven't seen or heard a lot regarding crop circles. So I don't know what that means, if anything. Does it mean A, the people who make them have retired, or does it mean B, the aliens that perhaps have made them have given up on us, or I don't know. I haven't kept my finger on the pulse of the unknown for a little while. So I used to be quite into it. I find things like that quite fascinating and really interesting, and anything that's kind of sparks a bit of interest and a bit of mystery is always good in my books. This is the top end of Marlborough. So we didn't actually go through Marlborough, and now we're on the main road back home. Yeah, I think I packed up at the right time because the sky hasn't got any more interesting. Never mind, better luck next time. That's the thing with sunsets, you can never predict what they're going to do. Like I said, the last sunset I filmed, it stayed completely clear. There were no clouds at all for the entire duration of the sunset, and you saw the big orange ball of light just sink behind the horizon, and that was it. But I was kind of hoping that it might get a little bit more interesting with the clouds here, that were forming in the last sort of few hours of the day. It's got that sensation of speed at night. I'm only doing 50, but it feels like a lot faster. But I really enjoy driving at night. I don't know why. I much prefer driving at night if I can. I think part of it is because you've got the roads to yourself, especially late at night. If you're doing a long journey, you've got no rush hour or delays or anything, which is always good. There we go, national speed limit, go up to 60. Well, there we go. That's my little a little jaunt out today to go and get a sunset video, and I achieved that. I don't know what the sunset's going to be like. I might play it at the end of this video as a time lapse for a couple of minutes, play a bit of music or something just to see what it's like, or so you guys can get to see what it looks like. But I think that's pretty much going to be it for this video. So I think I'm going to sign off very shortly. Hello, there's an ambulance going off on its journey with its blues and twos. Or its blues anyway. They're going to be building out this side of town soon. I live on the edge of town, and they're building out all over here. This is the edge of town, which is basically going to push me into the middle of town. So it's got me well, got time. I mean, we're probably looking at least sort of 5 or 10 years, but it's kind of got me thinking in terms of moving again. But like I say, at the moment it's far too convenient living here. So I think I'll only think about moving when it gets just too busy. Not sure when that will be, but so anyway, I think I'm going to sign off for this this little video. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video wasn't too long, and if it was, then thanks for hanging in there if you got this far, and I will no doubt see you again in another video. So until then, thanks for watching, and hopefully you might be able to enjoy this little sunset video that I'll tag on to the end of this video. So have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.